Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're talking about one of the most thrilling and sought-after coins among collectors today, the United States $quarter coin from Idaho, minted in 2007. This isn't just any ordinary quarter, it's a powerful piece of American history, filled with symbolism, artistry, and, in some very rare cases, immense value. So, if you're holding onto some spare change, you might want to take a closer look because this coin could be worth far more than you ever imagined. The 2007 Idaho State Quarter was released as part of the iconic 50 State Quarters program, a brilliant initiative by the U.S. Mint that ran from 1999 to 2008, honoring each state with a unique design. Idaho's quarter stands out with stunning imagery that perfectly captures the spirit of the gem state. The reverse of the coin proudly features the peregrine falcon, one of the fastest creatures on Earth, soaring above a beautifully etched outline of the state of Idaho. Engraved with the words Esto Perpetua, meaning, let it be perpetual, this coin is a tribute to Idaho's natural majesty and enduring legacy. It's no wonder that collectors are constantly searching for pristine examples of this breathtaking design. What truly elevates the Idaho quarter above the rest is its rarity when combined with very specific and desirable minting errors. Now, while millions of Idaho quarters were struck, only a tiny fraction of them possess the incredibly rare errors that send their value skyrocketing in today's collector's market. We're talking about misstrikes, double dies, off-center impressions, and even rare planchet errors, all of which make these coins incredibly valuable and highly prized by numismatists across the globe. When these errors occur during production, they create one-of-a-kind variations that instantly turn a standard coin into a coveted masterpiece. Among the most notable error types are double die obverse, where the image on the front of the coin appears to have a shadow or ghostly double outline. This is caused when the die strikes the coin twice, slightly misaligned, resulting in an unmistakable and extremely desirable doubling effect. If you spot this on the date, the words, United States of America, or on George Washington's face, then congratulations, you may be holding onto something truly special. Another incredible error is an off-center strike, where the design is visibly shifted from the coin center, leaving parts of the image missing or uneven, making it a striking and unique collectible. Collectors have also reported rare Idaho quarters struck on the wrong planchet entirely. Imagine finding a quarter-sized coin made from the metal of a dime or nickel. These wrong planchet errors are exceedingly rare and instantly recognizable by their unusual weight, size, or coloring. When one of these finds its way to an auction house, it's not uncommon for bidding wars to erupt, with prices soaring as eager collectors vie for ownership of such a remarkable error. The demand for these error coins is only growing stronger as more collectors enter the market, pushing the value of rare Idaho quarters higher with each passing year. In recent auctions, rare error versions of the 2007 Idaho quarter have drawn serious attention and jaw-dropping bids. These coins are no longer just part of a commemorative series, they have become iconic collectibles in their own right, representing a thrilling blend of history, rarity, and discovery. For anyone with a passion for numismatics or a sharp eye for detail, this coin is a dream find, something that makes hearts race and collections shine. So, how can you tell if your Idaho quarter is worth more than 25 cents? It all comes down to careful inspection. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to look for doubling, misalignment, unusual coloring, or any design abnormalities. Compare the weight and thickness of your coin to a standard quarter, and don't forget to listen to the sound it makes when dropped. Rare metal planchets often have a slightly different tone. And of course, keeping the coin in its best possible condition, free from scratches, dirt, or damage, will dramatically increase its value and desirability. If you're lucky enough to find one of these exceptional quarters, don't rush to spend it. These coins are in incredibly high demand, and collectors are willing to pay serious money for outstanding specimens. In fact, there have been documented sales of these rare 2007 Idaho era quarters reaching a staggering $28,000. That's right, $28,000 for a single coin that could easily be sitting in your pocket or tucked away in a jar of loose change right now. Second rare coin, we're diving into the story of a powerful and iconic piece of American coinage that represents strength, history, and hidden value, the 2004 United States quarter dollar from the great state of Texas. This isn't just another state quarter from the popular 50-state quarters program. This coin is packing some serious surprises that could put real money in your pocket. What looks like just an everyday quarter might actually be a rare and highly valuable collector's item, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for to spot a coin that could be worth thousands. Released as part of one of the most beloved coin series in U.S. mint history, the 2004 Texas quarter quickly became a favorite among collectors thanks to its bold design and strong symbolism. The reverse of the coin proudly features the outline of the Lone Star State, a massive 5-point star, and a lasso encircling the entire design, representing the state's proud Western heritage and independent spirit. The words, "The Lone Star State," make it instantly recognizable, and the date of statehood, 1845, reminds us of Texas's rich and unique role in American history. But as stunning as the design is, what truly makes this coin exciting to collectors today are the rare minting errors and variations that are driving prices sky high. What most people don't know is that certain 2004 Texas quarters were struck with errors so rare, they've become some of the most sought-after coins in the entire state series. These aren't just small imperfections, these are bold, fascinating mistakes made during the minting process that turn an ordinary quarter into an extraordinary collector's dream. From dramatic double die errors to off-center strikes and even wrong planchet coins, the Texas quarter has proven itself to be full of exciting surprises for those lucky enough to find them. One of the most thrilling varieties to look for is the double die error. This rare mistake occurs when the coin die impresses the image onto the blank twice, slightly misaligned, creating a doubling effect that's clearly visible under magnification. If you see any doubling in the words, United States of America, Liberty, or even in the outline of the star or the date, 2004, you might be looking at a valuable double-die Texas quarter. These coins are incredibly collectible because the error is easy to see and impossible to ignore. Each one is like a little piece of American minting history that slipped through the cracks. Another highly desirable error found in some 2004 Texas quarters is the off-center strike. This means the design is noticeably shifted away from the center of the coin, leaving parts of it either cut off or floating awkwardly on the surface. These coins are visually striking and very popular among collectors because no two off-center errors are exactly alike. The more off-center the design, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible, the more valuable the coin becomes. It's these types of one-of-a-kind characteristics that drive collectors wild and make these coins must-haves for any serious collection, but the surprises don't stop there. Some extremely rare Texas quarters have been discovered struck on the wrong planchet entirely, meaning the coin was accidentally minted on a blank meant for another denomination. Imagine holding a Texas quarter that was actually made from the metal of a dime or a foreign coin. That's exactly the kind of jaw-dropping rarity that can sell for massive amounts at auction. These coins can be identified by their unusual weight, smaller or larger size, or even a different metallic color. If you've got a Texas quarter that just feels off, it could be something incredibly special. Don't dismiss it without a closer look. Collectors across the country are constantly on the hunt for these special error coins, and in recent years, we've seen some of these rare 2004 Texas quarters sell for impressive amounts at major auctions. Their combination of historical symbolism, limited edition design, and dramatic errors make them a perfect storm for numismatic value. And as more collectors enter the market and awareness grows, the demand for these coins continues to rise, making now the perfect time to search through your collection or change jars for a piece of this hidden treasure. So how can you tell if your 2004 Texas quarter is one of the valuable ones? First, inspect it under bright light with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the text, especially for any doubling or ghosting. Examine the edges of the coin to see if the design is off-center or unusually cut. Weigh your coin on a digital scale to compare it to the standard quarter weight of 5.67 grams. If it's significantly lighter or heavier, you might be dealing with a planchet error. And if anything looks out of the ordinary, don't hesitate to get a second opinion from a trusted coin dealer or submit it for grading by a professional service. It could make all the difference. Now here's the moment you've all been waiting for. If you are lucky enough to discover a rare and dramatic error on your 2004 United States quarter dollar from Texas, especially one with a double die or wrong planchet, your coin could be worth as much as $50,000. That's right, $50,000 for a single quarter that might be hiding in your loose change right now. That's the magic of coin collecting, and it's exactly why so many people are jumping into the hobby with excitement and passion. Third expensive coin, we're diving into one of the most meaningful and powerful coins ever released by the United States Mint, the 2021 Tuskegee Airman quarter dollar. This coin isn't just a piece of currency, it's a bold tribute to American heroes, wrapped in history, design brilliance, and for some very lucky people, astonishing value. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know why this coin is in such high demand, and how one rare version could be worth a jaw-dropping amount. The Tuskegee Airman quarter holds a special place in American history, as it honors the legendary group of African American pilots and support crews who broke racial barriers during World War II. These courageous airmen trained at the Tuskegee Army Airfield in Alabama and became some of the most respected and skilled pilots of the war, fighting both enemies abroad and discrimination at home. The 2021 quarter, which was the final release in the America the Beautiful Quarters program, serves as a lasting tribute to their bravery, excellence, and sacrifice. Just holding one of these coins in your hand is like holding a piece of living history, but what makes this coin even more exciting is the fact that some of these quarters were minted with rare and fascinating errors that turn an already incredible coin into an ultra-valuable collectible. These aren't flaws to overlook, they're the very reasons why collectors are eagerly hunting through their spare change, hoping to find one of these rare versions. And when they do, the results can be astonishing. We're talking about real money for what appears to be just a modern coin, and the market value is rising fast. Among the most valuable versions of the Tuskegee Airman quarter are those with dramatic minting errors. One of the most desirable is the double die error, where the design appears doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. If you look closely at the text, such as Tuskegee Airman, United States of America, or even the date, 2021, and see any doubling in the letters or numbers, you could be staring at a highly valuable variation. These double die quarters are extremely rare and always attract strong interest at auctions and in private sales. Another error that gets collectors excited is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin's image is not perfectly centered during minting, creating a design that appears skewed or incomplete. The more dramatic the off-center error, the more rare and valuable the coin becomes, especially if the entire date and mint mark are still visible. These coins are easy to identify, even with the naked eye, and they often become instant favorites in a collector's showcase. It's this combination of uniqueness and historic symbolism that makes the 2021 Tuskegee Airman quarter such a standout in the world of modern U.S. coinage, but the treasure hunt doesn't stop there. Some Tuskegee Airman quarters have been found struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were minted on a coin blank meant for a different denomination, like a dime or a foreign coin. These rare wrong planchet errors result in coins that feel lighter or smaller than a typical quarter and sometimes have a completely different color or edge. If you find one of these coins, it's more than just a rare error, it's a true minting anomaly, and collectors will pay serious premiums to own such a piece of mint history. Collectors everywhere are searching for these Tuskegee Airman quarters not just for their rarity, but for their incredible design and cultural significance. The reverse of the coin features a powerful image of a Tuskegee Airman pilot suiting up, with the airfield's control tower in the background and the words, "They fought 2 wars," boldly reminding us of the dual battle these heroes faced, against fascism abroad and racism at home. This isn't just a coin, it's a tribute to courage, honor, and progress, and that's part of what makes it so desirable in the collecting world. If you think you might have a valuable Tuskegee Airman quarter, it's time to take a closer look. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the fine details on the coin's surface, check for doubling in the text, uneven spacing, or signs that the coin is off-center or oddly shaped. Weigh the coin with a digital scale to see if it matches the standard weight of 5.67 grams for a U.S. quarter. If it's significantly different, that could indicate a planchet error. Keep the coin in a protective sleeve or holder to preserve its condition, because the better the shape, the higher the value. Now comes the moment we've all been waiting for, the big reveal. If you happen to find one of these rare 2021 Tuskegee Airman quarters with a clear, documented mint error such as a double die, off-center strike, or wrong planchet, you could be looking at a coin valued as high as $22,000. That's right, $22,000 for one special quarter that pays tribute to American heroes and holds historic importance and numismatic rarity all in one small package. Especially, we're diving into the fascinating story of a coin that may have passed through your hands without you ever realizing the hidden treasure it carries, the 2005 United States quarter dollar from West Virginia. This isn't just another state quarter from your pocket change. This coin is a symbol of heritage, art, and, in some cases, incredibly high value that can completely transform your coin collecting journey. So stay with us, because by the time you finish watching this video, you'll be rushing to check your coin jar for one of the most thrilling modern coin discoveries out there. The 2005 West Virginia quarter is part of the widely popular 50-state quarters program, which brought unique, state-inspired designs to everyday currency. This coin celebrates the Mountain State's history and natural beauty by featuring the iconic New River Gorge Bridge, a breathtaking structure known not just for its massive size, but also for being a symbol of connection and engineering brilliance. With the bridge spanning across a stunning river landscape and the words, New River Gorge, etched proudly into the design, this coin is already a visual masterpiece even before we get into what makes it a collector's dream. Now here's where things get exciting. What takes this coin from beautiful to downright extraordinary are the rare and valuable minting errors that only a handful of people know about. These are not printing mistakes you ignore, these are the very features that transform a 25-cent piece into a treasure worth thousands. Errors like the double die, off-center strikes, and wrong planchet strikes are the golden tickets in the world of coin collecting, and yes, some of them have been found on the 2005 West Virginia quarter. When these rare anomalies occur, they make each affected coin truly one of a kind. One of the most talked about and sought after versions of the West Virginia quarter features a double die error. This happens during the minting process when the coin die strikes the design onto the coin more than once, slightly off alignment, causing a doubled look on certain parts of the coin. If you inspect the words West Virginia 2005 or E pluribus unum and notice that the lettering looks shadowed, stretched, or has a ghost-like doubling effect, stop right there. You could be holding a highly rare and valuable double die error. These are known to command attention at coin shows and auctions because of their unmistakable and dramatic appearance. Another exciting variety includes off-center strikes, where the design of the coin is noticeably misaligned from the center. In some cases, part of the design is completely cut off, creating a striking visual effect that collectors absolutely love. The further off-center the strike, and the clearer the visible date and details, the more desirable the coin becomes. These types of errors are obvious even to a casual eye, making them one of the most accessible error types to spot if you're going through a roll of quarters or checking your spare change. But there's one more incredible error that has collectors talking, and that's the wrong planchet strike. This is when the West Virginia quarter design was accidentally struck on a coin blank intended for another denomination, like a dime or even a foreign coin. These coins may be lighter in weight, different in size, or even have an unusual metallic color that immediately sets them apart. They are extremely rare, and when authenticated, these error coins can bring jaw-dropping prices from collectors who specialize in rare mint anomalies. Imagine discovering that the coin you thought was ordinary is actually a rare mistake worth a fortune. Recent auctions and private sales have proven just how much these rare West Virginia quarters are in demand. With more collectors entering the hobby and hunting for error coins, prices are climbing fast, and the excitement continues to build. Collectors who have managed to find these rare versions have seen their investments pay off in huge ways. These aren't just coins, they're pieces of U.S. mint history, and the stories behind each unique error make them even more desirable for serious enthusiasts. If you're wondering how to identify whether your 2005 West Virginia quarter could be one of these valuable pieces, start with a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the text for any doubling, inspect the alignment of the design to see if it's off-center, and weigh your coin on a precise digital scale to check for unusual weight differences. Even the tiniest variation could be the clue that leads you to a major discovery. And if you think you found something out of the ordinary, don't wait. Have the coin authenticated by a reputable grading service to confirm its rarity and maximize its potential value. Now here comes the part you've all been waiting for, the value reveal that shows just how powerful this little coin can be. If you happen to find one of the rare 2005 West Virginia quarter dollars with a confirmed and dramatic minting error, especially a double die or a wrong planchet strike, your coin could be worth an astounding $78,000. That's right, $78,000 for a single quarter that may have gone unnoticed in your change until now. Next coin takes us deep into the heart of American numismatic history with a coin that blends iconic symbolism, proud state heritage, and rare minting magic, the 2001 United States quarter dollar from the Empire State of New York. Now, don't be fooled into thinking this is just another state quarter rattling around in your pocket change. This coin, when found with specific and rare characteristics, has captured the attention of serious collectors across the country. Some versions of this beautiful coin are so rare that they've commanded enormous price tags, and in a few cases, they've turned a simple 25-cent piece into an absolute treasure. So buckle in, because what you're about to learn might just lead you to your next big discovery. Released in 2001 as part of the groundbreaking 50 State Quarters program, the New York State Quarter quickly stood out thanks to its powerful design and cultural weight. On the reverse of the coin, you'll find the outline of New York State with a graceful image of the Statue of Liberty in the foreground, her torch lifted high, illuminating the ideals of freedom and hope. Flowing across the design are lines tracing historic trade routes, symbolizing the gateway to America, a nod to Ellis Island and the millions of immigrants who came to the United States through New York. The words, "Gateway to Freedom," are more than just a phrase, they embody the spirit of this great state and the power of its people. That's what makes this coin unforgettable. Even before we dive into the rarity that sends collectors into a frenzy, now here's where the excitement begins. Although the 2001 New York quarter was produced in large quantities, a small number of these coins were struck with incredible minting errors that make them extremely rare and valuable. These are the types of coins that collectors dream of discovering, and their value only continues to grow with time. The most thrilling among them are the double die errors, off-center strikes, and planchet mistakes that create unique variations, each one different, and each one highly prized by those who understand just how special they are. The double die error is perhaps the most talked about among these rare finds. If you look closely at the inscriptions, like New York, Gateway to Freedom, or even the date, 2001, and notice what appears to be shadowed or slightly overlapping text, you could be looking at a double die variety. This occurs during minting when the die strikes the design twice, slightly misaligned. It's a visually dramatic and easy to spot feature, which makes it all the more valuable to collectors. These errors are known to command top dollar at auctions due to their rarity and visual impact. Another exceptional type of error is the off-center strike, which happens when the coin design is imprinted away from the exact center of the coin blank. This can result in a portion of the design being cut off or oddly shifted, something that immediately catches the eye and separates it from the millions of normal quarters. Coins with 10%, 20%, or even more off-center are incredibly collectible, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. These errors are rare and dramatic, making them instant highlights in any coin collection, but the most jaw-dropping of all the known errors is the wrong planchet error. Imagine finding a 2001 New York quarter that was accidentally struck on a blank meant for a dime or even a foreign coin. These coins have different weights, sizes, or metallic finishes and often stand out just by how they feel in your hand. If you ever come across a New York quarter that looks smaller, lighter, or slightly off in color, don't dismiss it. This could be one of those ultra-rare pieces that slipped through the mint's quality control and became a numismatic legend. Collectors around the world are always on the lookout for rare state quarters, and the New York 2001 edition sits right at the top of the wish list. Recent auctions have seen rare versions of this coin go for impressive prices, and the interest continues to grow as more collectors seek out coins with historical value and dramatic errors. Dealers have confirmed that high-grade error coins from this series are in high demand, with bidding wars erupting at major coin shows and online auction sites. Every serious collector knows the value of a well-preserved error quarter from the State series, and New York's bold design and rich symbolism only boost its desirability even more. If you want to know whether your New York quarter might be valuable, start by taking a very close look at the coin's design details under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Inspect every letter, number, and symbol for doubling or distortion. Hold the coin edge up to see if it appears off-center or uneven. Weigh the coin on a precise scale. If it deviates from the standard 5.67 grams of a typical quarter, you might be holding a planchet error. And if anything at all looks different, preserve the coin immediately in a safe case and have it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Professional verification is the key to unlocking its full market potential, and now for the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to find a 2001 United States quarter dollar from New York with one of these rare and documented minting errors, such as a double die, off-center strike, or wrong planchet, you could be holding a coin worth an incredible $81,000. That's right, $81,000 from a single quarter that may have gone unnoticed in your collection, your pocket, or even the change you got at the grocery store. Last unique coin, we're shining the spotlight on a coin that carries deep cultural meaning, island pride, and surprising value, the 2009 United States quarter dollar from Guam. This coin is more than just part of your everyday change. It's a celebration of America's territories, a tribute to Guam's rich heritage, and for some lucky collectors, it could also be a golden ticket to a massive payday. So if you're passionate about coin collecting or just love discovering hidden gems in your pocket, this is a video you do not want to miss. The 2009 Guam Quarter is part of the District of Columbia and U.S. Territories Quarters program, which followed the wildly popular 50-state quarter series. These coins gave well-deserved attention to areas of the United States that don't always get the spotlight. And Guam, an island territory with a proud history, breathtaking scenery, and deep-rooted traditions, was perfectly honored with this beautiful design. On the reverse, the quarter features an outline of the island itself, along with a traditional sailing canoe and a stone pillar known as a latte stone, symbols of strength, navigation, and cultural resilience. The phrase Guahan Itano Manchamorro translates to Guam, land of the Chamorro, and reminds us of the indigenous people who have called this island home for centuries. While millions of these quarters were minted, only a tiny fraction possess the rare minting errors that collectors are constantly searching for. These aren't just minor defects, they are significant, recognizable variations that can make this quarter skyrocket in value. The Guam Quarter is known to have a few extremely rare and exciting error types that can transform this piece of currency into a highly sought-after collectible worth thousands of dollars. That's right. Your ordinary-looking quarter could actually be an investment hiding in plain sight. One of the most desirable errors found on the Guam Quarter is the double die error. This occurs when the coin die imprints the design onto the blank planchet more than once, but slightly misaligned. The result is visible doubling in letters, numbers, or even parts of the design. On the Guam Quarter, look closely at the island's name, the phrase E pluribus unum, or even the year, 2009. If you see a shadow effect or overlapping text, you could be looking at a true minting mistake that adds serious value to your coin. These double die errors are rare and always in high demand among serious collectors. Another rare and highly prized variation of the Guam Quarter is the off-center strike. This error happens when the coin isn't properly centered during the minting process, resulting in a design that appears skewed or partially cut off. The more dramatic the shift, the more valuable the coin becomes, especially if the date and mint mark are still clearly visible. These coins are especially appealing because the error is obvious even without a magnifying glass, making them both eye-catching and valuable at the same time, but it doesn't stop there. There have also been reports of Guam quarters struck on the wrong planchet. Imagine finding a quarter that was mistakenly minted on a dime blank or another denomination's metal composition. These wrong planchet errors are incredibly rare and often discovered because the coin feels lighter, smaller, or has a different metallic shine. If you have a 2009 Guam quarter that just feels off, don't ignore it. This could be a rare treasure, and getting it authenticated could reveal a coin worth far more than you ever expected. These error coins don't just sit around, they move fast once collectors discover them. In recent years, Guam Quarters with confirmed mint errors have made waves in the auction world, fetching prices far above face value. Collectors know just how limited these errors are, and the buzz around U.S. territory quarters has only grown with time. With the Guam Quarter's beautiful design, cultural depth, and rare error possibilities, it's no surprise that it's become one of the hottest modern coins to keep an eye on in the market. If you think you might have one of these valuable Guam Quarters, don't wait. Take a good look at the coin's details using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Examine the text and design for any doubling, inspect the coin's edges to see if the strike appears off-center, and weigh the coin with a digital scale to check for any discrepancies in weight. Any unusual features could be your first clue that you're holding something extremely rare. And if you find something unique, don't hesitate to have it graded and authenticated by a trusted coin grading company like PCGS or NGC, because expert certification can turn your discovery into a top-tier collector's item. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. What is this coin truly worth if you find a rare and verified mint error? If you happen to have a 2009 United States quarter dollar from Guam with a dramatic double die error, an off-center strike, or a confirmed wrong planchet minting, your coin could be worth an incredible $30,000. Yes, you heard that right. $30,000 for a quarter that celebrates the island beauty and cultural strength of Guam, combined with a rare minting mistake that sends collectors into bidding wars. So what are you waiting for? Check your change, search your coin rolls, and look through your collections with fresh eyes. The 2009 Guam Quarter is out there, and one with the right features could change your life. If you found a Guam Quarter that looks different or want help figuring out what you have, drop a comment below. We love hearing your stories and helping fellow collectors on their journey. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries, and ring the bell so you never miss an update from the world of rare and valuable coins. Thanks for watching, happy collecting, and may your next find be worth more than you ever dreamed.